people. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 2 things that you can do right now in your piano practice to make your dynamics sound super musical quickly. These are things that I didn't learn until college when I had already decided to be a music major. And when I share these 2 things with you, they might sound kind of simple, but I want you to make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm also going to give you some concrete ways to apply these 2 things to your piano practice to ensure that they help you with your dynamics so that you can play musically and expressively. So the first thing that will make your dynamics sound super musical quickly is to exaggerate. There is no such thing as too much drama when it comes to music, or really when it comes to any art form. I don't know about you, but have you ever been sitting in a concert hall and you've heard someone's like beautiful and lovely performance and you've thought to yourself, wow, that made me feel too much? Or, oh wow, it was really nice, but I really wish they would have toned down the drama and the emotion. It just doesn't happen. When we are listening to music, we expect to feel something. And sure, there's a great variety in the range of what we might expect to feel, but we know that listening to music is going to create some sort of experience for us. And so when you are actually playing music, you need to exaggerate everything so that the expression and the drama come through. I hear people play the piano all the time. That's what I do all day, every day, is listen to people play and give them feedback about their playing. And I would say that only about 20% of the time are people fully utilizing the full dynamic range on the piano. When it comes to dynamics, it's really common for people to have an idea in their head of what they want it to sound like or what they think the dynamics should be. Most people can get to that step, but then to actually translate the idea to how you sound, that's when things usually break down. And I would say people are only utilizing about 40% of the dynamic range. So if we say that piano is like a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10 and fortissimo is 10 on the scale, then most often people are playing in like the 2 to 5 zone, I would say. And people don't go beyond the 5 zone unless I really encourage them to, and they don't know how to go below the 2 zone unless I show them how. So exaggerating your dynamics can instantly make things sound so much more musical quickly. Kind of like if you've ever seen someone in a play and they're wearing stage makeup. If you're sitting in the audience of a play and you're watching people on stage and they're like, at an arm's distance at least, it looks like they have a regular amount of makeup on. It looks like they're just regular people in a regular everyday scene. But if you walk up to someone after a play and there's no stage lighting anymore and now you're face to face with them, they're wearing an extreme amount of makeup. It's called stage makeup, and it's a real big exaggeration of all of the features on their face so that when they are on the stage and people are in the audience, they can see those features really clearly, even though they're farther away. And the same concept can be applied to dynamics. Like you might have an idea in your head of what you want to do, but by the time you actually play the notes on the keys and the sound comes out of the piano and goes out into the world, it's going to take a pretty big exaggeration and commitment on your part to translate what you have inside here to the outside world through this third party being the piano. So you need to exaggerate that and do a lot more than you think you need to do. The other thing that happens when you exaggerate your dynamics is you actually work them into your memory better. So when you practice exaggerating your dynamics and you take time and you say, okay, I'm just going to be as extreme as possible with these dynamics, you work it into your muscle memory. You work it into your ear memory, and you start to remember how it feels to play the dynamics in an exaggerated way. And the more that you do that, the more that those exaggerated dynamics become a part of the way that you play the piece. And before you know it, you don't have to take up your mental energy remembering to do the dynamics or thinking about the dynamics because you've actually already practiced them in. The second thing that you can do to make your dynamics sound super musical quickly is to go for it. And this one might sound obvious, but I would say that only 5% of people that I hear play the piano actually do this when they're playing. If you do the first thing that I suggested and you exaggerate in your practice, the dynamics are going to be a part of your memory. They're going to be a part of the way that you play the piece. But then when you are actually playing through a piece of music, you have to trust yourself and you have to allow yourself to go for it. And most people don't do this because they're afraid of making a mistake. It's true. It's very human. We don't want to make mistakes. But when you stay stuck in this place of like not going for the drama or not going for the full musical expression, you rob yourself of your ability to connect deeply with the music. because you stay in this place of fear. And so you might hold back with your fortes, or you might hold back with your pianos, and you're not really playing that full range of dynamic expression because you're not allowing yourself to go for it. When I'm teaching adults in Casual to Confident Piano Player and we're in Zoom working together, it oftentimes will take me like 2 or 3 times of encouraging someone to do more and to do more and to do more with their dynamics before they really fully let go and do it. And I like to remind them that the only guaranteed thing when you are playing a piece of music is that unexpected things will happen. And once you accept that, it becomes easier to go for the music because I have a couple of options, right? I can completely go for it and allow myself to play as musically and expressively as possible. And yes, I might play wrong notes, but at least I'm making music and at least I'm expressing myself. Or I can be a little more reserved and I can be cautious and I cannot fully express the music and I cannot allow myself to express the full range of the dynamics. And guess what? In this option, I'm still probably going to play wrong notes. And so if that mistake or that unexpected thing is going to happen in both versions, why not go for the music? Now, if you want some more ideas on how to play musically in your pieces, I did a really great video about this a couple months ago, so I'm gonna link to that on the end screen and in the description below. And if you've been enjoying my tutorials, I would love to get to know you better. And my Facebook group is the perfect way to do that. Inside that free community, we come together for challenges and workshops and free events, and I really get to know every single individual piano player that's in that group. We encourage each other, we show up for each other, and you get access to content that I don't post on YouTube. So go ahead and join that free Facebook group. You can do that using the link right here.